Hello guys, it's Peter from PS Sound, and I think it's pretty much high time to compare these two AE 15-inch IB subs to one of the 18-inch Fi sub that I purchased recently. I think you might have seen it. It wouldn't be quite fair to compare the two 18s to these two 15s because I'm going to run way more power for the 18s. And if I look at the numbers, yes, the corner area of one single 18 is less than the corner area of these two 15s. However, the excursion of the 18-inch is pretty much double, and so the air that the 18 can move is very similar to the air amount that these two 15s can move. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this manifold out with the two 15s, just make a very simple baffle for the 18-inch, mount it, and then I don't really want to make an SPR test because at the moment it doesn't really matter that much, and it wouldn't be fair because the two subs are built to very different purposes, I think. But I'm going to make a response test, so I'm going to measure what these two AE 15s do in the car from the listening position, and then I'm going to do the same with the 18, and we will see how they react, and then yeah, we have a little bit of fun. Measuring microphone is right there. The software is ready to measure. The sub is set to flat. There's absolutely no filter, as you can see there. There's no filter applied on the sub, so it's running full range. So let's see how it does. Okie dokie. Yeah, this is pretty much what I remember. I started the measurement from 5 Hz. We can see it's pretty much there from 10 Hz. Then there's a slight drop down at from like 26-ish down to 29.5. Comes back up at 32, 33. And then this is where the car peaks in between 34 and 38 Hz, and it's pretty much okay up to 45 Hz, and then after that it drops off the cliff. And then people think that the sub doesn't play the higher notes, which is wrong. Is wrong thinking. The sub would play the high notes, but the car doesn't support that. So from the listening position, you don't hear any of that at all. And I've always had this with subs, and then people expect, you know, the big punch from the sub from the back, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be probably another topic that I'm going to talk about. But what I needed is the response between 10 and 35-40, and over there it's pretty good. So I'm gonna keep all the levels and everything the same. So once I put in the Fi 18, I hit the button, do the measurement again, and we will see a very straight comparison between the two. Well, this part might be worth showing because many people always doubt that the subs would stay clean. So you can see my rain guard foam layer on the top of the grille there. And the subs are absolutely clean, so that's still in. And actually, the first one that I've taken out, bonded to the paint of the box, and it pulled a bit off, and it's right there on the rubber surround, so I'm gonna clean off. But as you see, the cone is just as clean as when it was new, so nothing to worry about. This is where we are at the moment. 218mm marine plywood cut out, leaving enough clearance. I just have to drill all the holes around so I can bolt this buffle to the steel frame in the car, and it's gonna be good to go. Yeah, we can say it's quite a beast. Yeah. So, the last phase. The sub is in, bolted down. Just to recap, this is now an Fi IB18 V2 single 2-ohm coil, so it gets the same amount of power as the two 15-inch AE subs. Let's see what it does. Okay. So let's mute everything else. Everything else is muted. Sub. Put it full range again. The levels are exactly the same. Stop music, because I was playing music while I was fabricating the buffle. So, let's do it. Okay, so what do we see here? So the green is the two Acoustic Elegance 15-inch subs, and this purpley one is now the Fi. The curve is very similar. There's no surprise. That's down to the car. It rolls off above 45 the same way. So let's see. That's 10 Hz down there. There's a significant difference between the two from 10 till 20. Roughly 5 dB difference. But hey ho, those are two 15s with more corn area, and those subs are way more sensitive. However, from 25 Hz up to 35 or 40, there's not that much difference between the AE and the Fi. There's only 2 dB difference there. Not much difference here, which is interesting. That's something I have to think about. And where the car peaks, it's 95 on the AE and around 92 on the Fi, so only 3 dB difference from a single 18, which is not that sensitive. So once I put the other 18 in, we double the power, and we also have more excursions, so I can turn it up even more. Yeah, it should be interesting. I should definitely see more SPS scores in that range, and hopefully once they run in even more, maybe that bottom end extension also gets a bit more sensitive. But well, having said that, that's under 20 Hz, so there's not much music that can show that range off. Well, this is it. I hope you liked what you've seen so far. I'm going to update you about how it actually sounds, because now I have to tune it to the system, which is a completely different story. Hopefully it's not going to be that much more work to get it play nicely together with the system. And then once I have time, I put the other 18 in and do the same thing. So yeah, if you like what you've seen, please subscribe, because then you don't miss the next episode. And if you have any questions, just drop a line.